Welcome back to the Ahenfie Rabbitry YouTube channel. As the Ahenfie Rabbitry, we are focused on commercial scale rabbit production for meat. And today we want to have a very nice conversation about a special breed of rabbit called the South African Pendula. This rabbit was developed specifically for meat production and specifically to suit our climate. And so if you have this animal on your farm, you have a very great chance of success in your commercial scale meat production. Now look at these animals. They are all looking fantastic. They are looking just beautiful. Look at how they are built. They are just not your ordinary rabbits. These are meat rabbits. These rabbits are specifically built to develop meat. And if you're a farmer doing commercial scale, you want animals like this that are designed to just give you good quality meat in no time. But first, I want to say a very huge thanks to everyone watching us today. You are such amazing people because you have pushed us from ground zero and we are climbing. Now our subscription is increasing. We want to welcome new subscribers. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel. And if you are already subscribed, welcome back as we develop in our knowledge on rabbit farming and how we can all succeed in this beautiful adventure. Now let's come back to our conversation on the beautiful Pendula, the South African Pendula. As you know, at Ahenfie Rabbitry, we deal in commercial scale rabbit production. And we specialize in only the New Zealand breeds. I'm talking about the New Zealand white, New Zealand red, and New Zealand black. But in addition, we also have one prominent breed on our farm here. And that is the South African Pendula, some of which you are looking at right here in your shot. Someone may ask, why Pendula? Because this is not the most common breed of rabbit that you find around, especially in Ghana here. You are not likely to find many Pendulas. So why is the Ahenfie Rabbitry introducing the Pendula breed to the commercial rabbit industry in Ghana? Why is this happening? And why are we so passionate about this breed? If you stay with me to the end of this video, I guarantee you that you will join us in fully endorsing this rabbit as one of the main rabbits you would want to include in your commercial scale rabbit farming. This rabbit is already making big impact on commercial rabbit production in South Africa, and we believe that in Ghana we can also benefit from the beautiful South African Pendula. Now just looking at the sheer size of these animals tells you why it is such an amazing meat production animal, commercial scale meat production animal. We are just showing you a few of such animals on our farm. So Pendula comes in different beautiful, nice, elegant shades and colors. And an example is what we are showing you right here in your shot. These are examples of typical Pendulas. We have the double steel colors, we have the typical agouti color, we have the chocolate, and we have other shades of agouti right there. I'm not an expert in rabbit colors, so forgive me if I've mixed up any color, but this is just to show you that we have different colors of our South African Pendula in the farm here. And we want to just introduce this beautiful rabbit, this excellent meat rabbit, to everyone out there. Now, when you decide to go into commercial rabbit production, one of the first things you want to settle on is the major product that you intend to produce as an output from your farm. For example, some people target pelts, others target wool, others target meat. So the breed that you will keep on your farm depends a lot on your ultimate goal. If you're interested in wool production, you should go for something like the Angora rabbit. If you're interested in both meat and pelts, you should go for something like the Chinchilla giganta or maybe the Rex rabbits or some other giant breed. But I know that in Ghana here and in Africa, majority of our rabbit farms are targeting meat production. And as far as meat is concerned, the New Zealanders, the Californians, are among the most popular breeds for meat production. These are quite good breeds and they are very well suited for our climate as well. Most farms have these and other breeds as well. But now we want to introduce the new kid on the block. And the new kid is this beautiful Pendula you are looking at. The Ahenfie Rabbitry brings you the SA Pendula. The Pendula rabbit is a commercial meat rabbit breed, and it was developed in the Gauteng province in South Africa, and it was built to specifically suit our hot climate and in this part of the world. And it also does very well on minimal feed. With just a little amount of feed that you give to this animal, it is able to do a very good job converting it to meat for you. Rabbits already are naturally very, very good at converting feed to meat. But this particular rabbit has been carefully selected and it is really good at doing just that. So we are not talking about any artificial production here. We are not talking about selection through any artificial means. We are talking about using natural selection and crossing of different breeds to finally arrive at a unique breed like the beautiful Pendula you are looking at right here. I believe this was part of the reason it was given the name Pendula. The word pendula is a verb found in at least 3 South African languages, including Zulu and Xhosa. And it's loosely translated as to answer, to respond, or to reply. So you can think of pendula as an answer to meat production as far as rabbit is concerned in the continent. And that says everything that you need to know about this beautiful rabbit, which is mainly bred for meat, and also comes with very different colors of pelt, as you can see right here. Why was this rabbit developed? I believe there were possibly several reasons, but one of the reasons why this particular breed was developed was an answer to the need for a more robust commercial meat rabbit breed that is suitable for the hot temperatures and poor quality feed that is often found in most parts of Africa. Now, at the Ahenfie Rabbitry, we have found that this rabbit is an excellent breed that is well suited for our climate here in Ghana as well. And as you can see, they are thriving on our farm. They are just thriving. You can see they give birth to, the minimum we have seen right now on the farm is 7. We are getting upwards of 7 in deliveries or in litters, and they grow very, very fast. In no time, you see that the animal has just put on, and they are really, really looking good on the farm. Now, let's talk more specifically about some of their features. I believe you are wondering, is that all there is to it? Let's dig a bit deeper into this special breed Pendula that we are looking at. And let's start with the size. Now, size is one of the major features of interest for any commercial rabbit farmer, because you want to make sure that your animal is hitting that potential weight you are looking for in a very short time, so that with a minimal amount of feed, you can easily get returns on your production. So what is the size potential for Pendula? Well, the SA Pendula is considered a medium breed rabbit. We call them medium, but look at the size of the animal that we are describing as a medium breed. So they are not your typical giant breeds, but this is actually a good thing when it comes to meat, because we all know that most of the giant breeds don't necessarily make good meat rabbits. But if you have other thoughts about this, please put it in the comments and let's have a conversation about it. We are happy to learn. We are here to educate, but we are also here to learn. So if you have any thoughts to help us learn more, please put it in the comment and we'll be very grateful. The adult doe SA Pendula will weigh around 4.2 to 5.2 kg, and they will typically have a dewlap, and that is this flap of fur that you find in their chin, which is the one that the female will normally pluck to line the nesting box when they are about to deliver. Okay, and the backs, as you can see, most of our backs here are huge. Now the backs are also weighing around 4 to 5 kg. The backs are typically a bit smaller than the does, but that's fine because this is still quite a lot of meat we are talking about. That means that if you're a commercial scale rabbit farmer, you would easily gain the weight that you need to be able to achieve a decent slaughter weight when you slaughter your animal. This means that this animal at their full potential, like you are seeing down here, are comparable to the New Zealand breeds that everybody has accepted worldwide to be good meat rabbits. So we are having a very strong competitor here as far as meat production is concerned. I have read some literature, some publications that have compared New Zealand white rabbit to Pendula at several levels, and they are neck and neck. But as I told you, we are looking at a very special rabbit here that has a very efficient feed conversion rate, and it is capable of giving you some beautiful returns in no time once you have your production going. Now let's talk about perhaps the most obvious thing about the SA Pendula rabbit, and that is the colors. Now you see, New Zealand, you may have them in all white, all red, or maybe sometimes people are crossing the breeds and therefore you're getting multiple colors. Now Pendula rabbits have this unique colors. Generally, 4 SA Pendula colors are recognized by the Ghanaian Rabbit Breeders Association. And this is the Rabbit Breeders Association in South Africa. And these are the chestnut agouti, the black, the silver, the gold tipped, and the steel colors. Now, all these colors could broadly be described as wild or natural because they are quite similar to the colors you will see in wild rabbits typically. In the wild, colors like these are often meant to serve as camouflage, which protects the animals from predators. And secondly, these colors minimize absorption of too much heat, and therefore they can do very well in hot climate. But the most interesting thing as far as colors is concerned is that most often people tend to like to eat, especially those who like gamey meat. They like to eat animals that have similar colors to the wild type. And so if you are the type who is not really big on the whites or the other colors of rabbit, here you have an animal that looks similar to what people would have normally hunt in the wild. And therefore, it makes some people feel very comfortable about that. Me particularly, I have no preference if the animal, because once the skin is removed, the meat is just meat, it's just meat. You get what I mean? Hey, you see, it's trying to get into action with the one doe that is in the midst of many. And that's another beautiful thing about our rabbits here. They are extremely active when it comes to doing business. And so your production will just peak in no time. Yes. Now, let's continue. Let's talk a little bit more about the Pendula. So how come the Pendula encompass all these different colors? From where did it acquire all these different coat color genes? Because in rabbit, coat color is controlled by genes, different genes. And how come the Pendula has embodied all these multiple different genes and is expressing them in such efficient and beautiful way? The answer lies in the fact that this breed was developed it's believed to have been developed by combining different breeds of rabbits like the Flemish Giant, the Chinchilla Giganta, the New Zealand Red, the Black, and some cross breeds through careful natural selection breeding program. And the goal was to select an animal that specifically will be suited for our climate and will do very well on poor quality feed and still be able to convert very, very efficiently to meat for you. I believe you would agree with me if you look at these breeds here or these animals we have on the table here, that the one who developed this animal has really, really done a great job. The next thing we want to talk about is the skin. The skin of the animal. We are not talking about the fur, right? But we are talking about the skin itself, the one under the fur. Remember that the skin of an animal serves as the barrier of protection against infections and predators. The skin of the SA Pendula breed is described as loose but not baggy compared to other commercial rabbit breeds like the New Zealands or the Californians. This is very important because loose, supple skin means that Injuries from predators, or now we put them in cages, or from cages or any other thing, often tends to be just skin deep. They don't get deeper enough to inflict muscle damage, which will take longer time to heal. So somehow the Pendula has a lighter skin than the typical commercial scale rabbit, commercial rabbit, but this light skin also protects it from injuries that would have gone deeper to cause muscle damage. In addition, light skin is often good because it ultimately translates into higher percentage slaughter weight. For those of us who skin our animals when we dress them, when you peel off a lighter skin, the reduction in weight is far less than when you peel off a thicker skin. So you're going to have an animal that dresses and gives you a lot more weight because you lose very little on the light weight when you peel off the lighter skin. That is one other advantage you get with the Pendula. And another thing is that the light skin also helps to reduce heat. The next thing we want to talk about is the fur. The fur of the SA Pendula is dense. It's dense, but at the same time, it's about short to medium in length compared to other breeds. It is silky, shiny, or glossy, and it's neither too coarse nor fine or fluffy. The nature of the SA Phendula's fur makes it easy, and it takes less energy when the animal molts. You know, if you've read rabbits for some time, rabbits, they go through shedding, they shed their fur. Most rabbits will do this twice a year. They do that in response to temperature changes. And that process can be quite energy consuming on the animals. So the benefit the Pendula gets when it comes to molting is that because the fur is not as lengthy as others, with the shedding and all that, the process takes much less energy of the animal than your typical commercial rabbit. Although it's not a typical pet rabbit, for those who choose the SA Pendula as a pet breed, the type of fur makes it less time consuming when they groom it. I mean, look at this. It's not as tedious to groom this fur than, let's say, your typical New Zealand white or something, which tends to have very long fur and a lot of it as well. What about the ears? What about the ears of the SA Pendula? I mean, one of the most prominent thing about any rabbit is the ears. The ears are slightly bigger, but in proportion to the head, as you can see. One of the other benefits of the big ear of the Pendula is that it helps to dissipate heat. So again, remember, we said that this animal was developed to withstand our hot climate. But one of the ways that helps this animal is because with big ears, it is able to quickly lose heat when it is hot. Males tend to have bigger and blunt heads than females. So if you look at this male, for example, it has a bigger head, and the head is also a bit more blunt than the female that you see over there in your shot. You see the female there? It has a much more narrow head than your typical male Pendula rabbits. As far as breeding is concerned, the dose of the SA Pendula, like most rabbits, are ready around 18 to 20 weeks. But we here at the Ahenfie Rabbitry, we often breed them around 24 weeks. And they can give birth anywhere between 8 to 10 kids per breeding cycle. If you take good care of them, they may even give you more. That's a good thing for any commercial scale farmer. You want to make sure you are having animals that are giving you a good size litter all the time whenever they kindle. Here at Ahenfie Rabbitry, the lowest number of litter that we have recorded so far is 7 in our Pendula does. And all of them so far have grown to maturity. In fact, our Pendula does happen to be very good mothers. They are amongst the best mothers we have. We haven't lost, except maybe when they are very young. Like if the animal delivers today, maybe the next day you will find that you have lost one. But after that, so far we haven't lost any of them. Even during weaning, they all go through into adulthood. And that's why you're looking at these very beautiful rabbits. All these animals were born here and raised here on our farm. except this one here, which was imported from SA, but it is also the oldest. So you can see that these animals here are already getting to the size. This is a good thing because it means that as a commercial scale rabbit farmer, you can quickly get your weight and make some good returns on your investment. So we have very good does, and they are very, very good mothers. The Pendula, and the temperament is just amazing. I mean, we brought these animals out of their cages, and we've put them here on this table, and they are all peacefully behaving. You can see the way they are lying down, and except this one that once in a while wants to do action. All of them are really, really, really peaceful, and they are lying down quietly together, and that just tells you the temperament of the animal. So SA Pendula, at least in our farm, has some of the most gentle temperament, and they are so calm, and you would really, really love working with them. And so for us here at the Ahenfie Rabbitry, I can tell you that our experience working with the SA Pendula or having them on our farm has been a very, very exciting one, and we just love them because just the colors alone is so exciting just to look at. And sometimes just looking at their behavior, how they just interact with us on the farm, and like things like this. So if you are considering going into commercial scale rabbit farming, and by the way, we strongly encourage anyone who has the love for these animals to go into commercial scale production. We have exactly the kind of videos you need to start. We have videos that talks about how to start. We have videos that talk about the reasons why you should do this. We have videos that talks about how you select your breed, and we are constantly bringing out a lot more educational content to help farmers succeed on in their commercial scale rabbit production. So this has been our video on this very beautiful, excellent commercial meat production rabbits, the SA Pendula. And stay tuned with us. We are going to bring you a lot more videos covering different aspects of how you can succeed in your commercial scale rabbit farming. So just stay with us. If you haven't subscribed, we encourage you to subscribe. If you are already a subscriber and you haven't hit the notification bell, please do that so that when those videos come up, you will be notified and you'll be able to get the content as quickly as possible. We are here to get more people excited about rabbit farming, and we want to share our knowledge, our experiences, our breeds with anyone and everyone who is interested in doing this on a commercial scale. Or even if you just want to have it in your backyard on a small scale, you are welcome to interact with us, and we are happy to assist in any way we can. We want to say bye-bye for now from the Ahenfie Rabbitry, but please don't forget to subscribe, to hit the notification bell, share the video, and reach out to more people, spread the news, spread the love, and let us get more people into commercial scale rabbit production. Until we meet again, it is cheers and bye-bye.